Okay, let me log in. I created one implementation user. I think few new members joined. I will take backup class later. Okay, as of now, just we completed what is this multi-arc structure. Anyway, today again the instance got refreshed yesterday, so again I have to create few setups. So let me go through that one. See, whenever you log in, this is your home page. Okay. See, generally in R12, if you want to do any setups, what you will do, suppose for example, if you want to define multi-arg only, you will log in maybe HRMS or purchasing super user, and you will do corresponding setups or multi-arg setups or PO related setups you will do. Then if you want to do any setups inventory, you will switch to inventory responsibility and we will complete the setups. But here in Fusion, by using FSM, by using FSM, function setup manager, it is a centralized repository to do all your setups. We will use FSM. To go to FSM and to do any setups, click on user. Here you can see setup and maintenance. Okay. Here on top of that, you can see modules. In Northwell, we will call it as a module, right? PO module, inventory module. But here we will call it as offerings. See, if you want to see any particular offerings, anyway, here I we selected all, right. So it's showing all offerings. Here you can see order management, procurement. So select any one offering. Offering nothing but a module. Go to setup. It will connect to FSM. This is the FSM function setup manager. It is a centralized repository to do all the setups. So if you want to do any financial setups, click on financials. Okay. If you want to do any inventory setups, inventory here is nothing but a procurement. Product management. So here you can see inventory related, product management related setups you can see. Anyway, instance got replaced, right? So we lost all our multi-arc setups. Let me quickly create. So for a ledger, I'm using seeded one. Anyway, for our course will related to purely on operating unit and inventory, right? So from operating unit, we will going to see the setups. See here in Fusion, we will call it as a business unit, not a operating unit. Go to any offerings. Initial 4 or 5 options here available, right? These all are common for any module. If I go to procurement, here also you can see same structure. So you can choose any offering to define your enterprise structure. Okay, first let me create, for example, now I am going to create one what is this business unit. So before that, let's consider we are defining setups, implementation, Fusion implementation for the XYZ organization, and it's having only one location. Okay, so first let me create location. If you want to create locations, go to enterprise profile. If you click on any option here, it will show what are the setups related to that one. If I click on that one enterprise, in here you can see all the enterprise related setups, but by default it will show only required task. Just click on all setups. Come down. Here you can see manage locations. So this is first, here is this search panel. You can search existing locations. So if you want to create new location, click on new location. Plus symbol. So let me create one location. And enter zip code. If you enter zip code, it will show complete address. and come down here. You have to specify what is the purpose of your location, whether you are going to use this location for shipping and receiving or billing. What is your purpose? You have to select, depends on your requirement. You have to choose the purpose of the location. I selected all. Save. Submit. Okay, done. So we created one location. Okay. Next, to create operating unit. I mean, here we call it as a business unit. Go to organization structure. Here you can see manage locations. Here you can search your existing organizations. If you want to create, click on plus symbol. So enter your organization, I mean business unit. What is the location you are going to use? Search for your location. And default set as of now enter common. See, generally why these sets are used, this is a new concept in actually it came from JD Edwards. It's a new concept in Fusion. These sets are called as a reference sets. If you want to share any data across business units, we will use these sets. Suppose here I created one set that is common. Let me search for that. Sorry. Common. Sorry. See, for example, if you take suppose OM transaction type. This is a OU based related setups. Suppose I created one transaction sub standard for OU1 in R12. Okay. Now again for OU2 also, if I want to create same standard, can I use this one existing one? No, it's not possible. You have to create again same setup. Again I have to create one more standard and I have to use that one. So, but here if you come to Fusion, here reference sets, what exactly this reference sets we will use is while creating any setup, we will assign, for example, I created transaction type as standard. Okay, standard. While creating this transaction type, I will assign this transaction type to the reference set. This reference set, while creating business units, we will assign that set. That means whatever objects this reference set is referring, we can access all those objects or setups from this BU. So if I create one more BU, I will assign same set as common. So that means both BUs having access to this transaction type. Reference sets are used to share the information across operating units. I mean across business units. Got it right?
Like profile option, sir?
No, not profile option. This is sharing. No need to do again duplicate work. Just only once you create and assign those setups to the your reference set. This reference set we will assign to the operating units. That means here I assigned common. My reference set name is common. Whatever information available in this set, it will be shared across all operating units. I mean all operating units. While creating one more operating unit, I will refer same set. So whatever operating units referring this set, having access to all the data which is available under this set. Reference sets are used to share the information across BUs. Suppose if you want to maintain your own data and you don't want to share with other operating units, then create your own reference set, create new, and that reference set you will assign here. That means only this operating unit having access to whatever data available under this set. You got my point, right? See here I am creating BU1, BU2. Okay. While creating business units, I will assign reference set as common for both. And I am having one more BU3. Here I created one new business, new reference set. Let's say new. Okay. So I assigned this reference set to the BU3. So that means
one second, Rishi. Are you in manage location screen?
No, I will show you. I will show you.
No, because I think my net is problem.
No. No, here I am using Excel currently.
Excel.
Yeah.
Okay, you are not sharing Excel.
No, I shared Excel.
Okay, still I could see application manage locations.
What about other people's? Are you able to see Excel?
Yeah, we can see the Excel sheet.
I think maybe that is from your side problem. I mean, maybe
yeah. Net is slow, I think. Yeah. Okay, please continue.
Okay. Okay, please consider this example. I'm going to create BU1, BU2, BA3. Okay. Before creating BUs, I created two reference data sets. One is my reference data set name is, one is common, one is set1. Okay. Or let's say set1 and set2. Okay. So while creating business units, I assigned for BU1 set1, BU2 also set1, for BU3 I assigned set2. So now I am creating OM transaction type. Okay. Transaction type is OM1. So while creating transactions type, I assigned this setup to the reference set1. And I created one more transaction type OM2 and I assigned this setup to the set2. So this means what will happen? These two BUs are referring set1, both referring set1 only. That means these two BUs are having access to the OM transaction type 1. But if you take BU3, this set is this BU is referring set2. That means this is having only access to set2. It's not having access to the transaction type 2. So like this, if you want to share the information to across the business units, we will use reference data sets. Even let me complete this one. Even while creating locations also, we selected set. Let me show you. Okay, let me create first this one. Okay, save and close. Let me go to location screen. Select all. Come down, manage locations. Let me search with my location. See where it is. Set, location set. I selected common. That means same set I am referring while creating BU, right? That means that BU is having access to these locations. If I select different common set, different set there, that BU is having only access to the corresponding set only. Just these sets are used, reference data sets are used to share the information across BU. Any questions here? Okay. So just now we created one BU, right? This is the BU. BU is nothing but a operating unit. So while creating BU, we are reference set as common. So what are the data available under this common reference set, we can access all the data from this business unit. Okay, let me close. See, generally, once we create operating unit in R12, suppose if I want to do any setups, so immediately I can go and do any setup. Suppose purchasing options I have to do, I can go and do immediately once after creating the operating unit. But in Fusion, before doing any purchasing related setups, I mean not only in procurement, even for if you want to do any setups for AP or anything related to at operating unit level, first you have to specify what is the purpose of that BU. I mean, what are the functions, what are the activities you are going to perform against that BU. That means whether you are performing requisitions action, or you are performing AP invoice action, or you are performing AR invoice action, you are creating any receipts against that BU. So those type of actions or functions you have to specify. So to specify that one, here assign same organization structure, assign business unit business functions. So then only you can do the setups. See, for example, 1 second. Let select here our business unit, select and add, apply and go. Search with your BU. See, here business functions here available. So if you try to create purchasing related setups also, system will not allow. It will ask first, please choose your functions. That means what are the functions you are going to perform. See, suppose from this business unit, I am going to perform requisition related activities and procurement related activities. For example, let's assume these two I created. For these two activities, I am using this BU. So, and I saved and closed them. Then if you try to create any AP related setups, system will not allow you. Why? Because this BU you are using only for requisitioning and procurement only. You are not using for receiving or project accounting or incentive and material management or payable invoice, payable payments. You are not using for any other activities. You are using only for requisitions and procurement. So while creating BU, you have to carefully select what is the functions, what are the functions you are going to perform against this BU. Are you clear, right? Otherwise, system will not allow you to do any setups related to particular module. See, in this case, I selected only requisition and procurement. If I try to do any AP related invoice or payment related setups or activities, system will not allow us. It will throw error. It will ask first, please select functions under that business unit. So first you have to carefully select what are the activities you are going to perform under that BU. Billing and revenue means AR. Collections also AR. Customers also AR related one. Customer payments. Just I am selecting all. Please let me know anyone having any questions here. These are the new concepts you have to understand. Any questions? Okay.
Yeah. So we can always come back and change this setup,
yes,
right?
Yes. Yes. For example, I selected only procurement and requisition, right? As of now. So I saved and closed this form. If I try to AP related setup, system will throw error. You have to choose corresponding function. Then again you have to come here and enable these two if you want to AP related one.
Okay.
And if you want to do AR related one, above 4. For material management means your transactions, material transactions. Receiving means receipts. Okay. Enter a value. Okay. So here ledger I am using seeded ledger. Why? Because if I want to create again, it will take time. So that's the reason when every week instance will be get cloned. What is that? Yes. US primary ledger, legal entity is US1. So here we are giving link between your legal entity or under ledger with your operating unit. Operating unit nothing but a business unit. Save and close. Okay. So just now we created one BU, and I think Hari, you are this is for your first class, right? Hari.
Yeah, this is my first
Okay.
class.
Okay. Anyway, I think maybe this concept little bit confused here. Maybe for you, I will take a backup class. I think yesterday Rajendra joined. I think Rajendra, you will understand now this point. See, here in Fusion, there is no concepts of responsibilities. Here we are having only roles. There is no more responsibilities. Here mainly we are having four types of roles: data role, job role. Okay, data role is nothing but a when compared to Artwell, it is a your submenu. Job role is equal to menu, and there is no responsibility concepts. See, whenever generally we will enter data at three levels, right? One is ledger level, one is BU level, one is inventory organization level. So whenever you create any transaction entity like ledger or business unit or inventory, what system will do is system will pick up your job role and it will create one new data role. That new data role is equal to is combination of your job role plus your recently created transaction entity. That means here what I created data US business unit. I created this one. So whenever I created business unit, system will pick your job role. This is my job role, and it will create one new data role. Oh, okay, let me type. So this is your data role. This data role is nothing but a once we create responsibility in Artwell, we'll assign profile options, right? That is nothing but your data role here. If you want to compare with Artwell, this data role we are going to assign the user. So if I assign this data role, user can enter the requisition against to this BU only. If I created one more BU, suppose like this, one more BU2. So system what will do? It will pick your job role and it will create one more new data role. That new data role is a combination of your job role and your business unit. If you want to provide access to those two business unit, you have to assign this data role and also this data role so that user can enter requisition against to this BU and also BU2 also. So like this data provisioning or data control or security will be accessible in Fusion applications. There is no responsibility concepts. Okay, just now we created one transaction, right? I mean, sorry, one business unit. Let's see if any data roles are created or not. Here, for example, for purchasing requester is a data role. So this is the pure one. Like that, AP also some data job roles are there. Let me first, let's see. Just go to organization structure. Here you can see this is assigned business unit, business functions, right? Just now we completed. I mean, we selected what are the functions, what are the activities we are going to perform against this BU. Okay. Here and below you can see verify data roles generation. Name itself you can see easily understand. Verify data roles generation for business unit, business functions. Click that one. So how we can, if you remember previous classes, by using APM, we can see roles or we can modify the roles, right? So system automatically connected to APM. It is a middleware tool. Okay. Here select external roles and search with just we created data, right? Let me search. See. If you see all AP related, AR related. Why? Because APR means these all are BU level transaction entities, right? APR, PO, all those things. So corresponding all job roles, I mean system will pick the job roles and create a new data roles. If you want to see procurement related one, procurement. Let me search with procurement. come down. People should create a lot of BUs, right? That's the reason we are seeing here a lot. Where is our thing? Better search for. See, this is order management, order entry specialist. Pricing administrator means advanced pricing. This advanced pricing is completely new in Fusion. It's nowhere related to existing, Artwell pricing. Here, completely they changed here. And coming to procurement, purchasing analysis, procurement preparer. So that means if we assign this job role, this data role to the user, he can create requisitions against this BU1 on behalf of some other employee. If we assign procurement requester, he can create requisitions against to BU1 and anything. Okay. So where is advanced? Advanced procurement requirement. If requester, if you assign this one, user can create. In Artwell, what will you call iProcurement, self-service pages, self-service procurement. He can do self-service procurement, all those stuff. If you assign against to this BU, if you assign this data role, like this system will generate data roles. Depends on user activities. His job. We have to assign corresponding data roles to the user. If we want, we can customize the existing data role also, like how we customize responsibility, like that we can customize here. Okay. Any questions? So you are you getting right my point? How system is going to generate data roles? This data role is equal to responsibilities. Responsibility plus profile options. We will assign profile option. Same as this is almost this is equal to the responsibility plus profile. So suppose if I created one inventory organization, it will pick all inventory related data, inventory related job roles, and system will create new data roles. Any questions? Okay, fine. Let me create one new one inventory organization. See, generally we are having two organizations. Mainly, if you take in Artwell, generally we will call it as a master organization and inventory organization. At master level, generally we didn't do any transaction. Master will be used only to create and maintain the items. All the transactions we will do under inventory organizations. But here also same concept, but name got changed. In Fusion, we will call it as a item organization and inventory organization. Item is nothing but a master. There we will enter only, we will maintain only items. Okay. Go to organization structure, select all tasks. Manage item organization, where it is. Manage. One second, let me search. Here we're not seeing anything. I think maybe in financial it's not available. Let me procurement. Main problem is here if I go to procurement, I think maybe instance not refreshed properly. Here we are unable to see anything. Okay. Anyway, one more option also available. Let me show you that one also. Sorry. Go to implementation project. See, generally, what is this project means? Generally, whenever we start our work, right, implementation. So just we will create one project. Suppose now I am implementing procurement and inventory for one XYZ client. So first we will create what is the project we are going to implement. Here we will select what are the modules we are going to implement, like PO, inventory, OM. That is called your project. Anyway, I will show you later. Okay, in backup class I will show you. That's existing projects. Existing project we are having something procurement related one. So if I click on this project, see, if from this project we are implementing only procurement and enterprise contracts. Only procurement we are going to implement. So for example, if we didn't remember the navigation, here, if you know the task, here come here and search with your task, manage item organization. Manage item organization. So just click on this one. So manage, where it is manage item organization. Go to task. Just I am creating item organization. Item organization is nothing but a master organization. It is used to maintain the items. Just click on new. Tata item arc. Just I am entering same name. Here if you see usage, this field got restricted. That only usage is item management. By name itself, you can come to know this is a master organization. Just to manage the items, to maintain the items, we will use this master item organization. And if you want to provide business units information, just to give a link between your inventory organization and business unit. And what is the location? Just now we created one location, right? I am using same location. Go to next. And what is the master organization? Master organization itself, it is a master organization. So that's the reason I am selecting same name here. And starting revision. Anyway, we will see what is revisions, all these controls later. Just I am creating inventory. See, if you observe here, when compared to R12, even though we are not going to use any other information in R12, we are filling lot of things. I mean accounts, and almost we are having 6 tabs, and each tab we are going to fill up. But if you come to here, it's very easy. It's a simple to create also master organization. Why? Because this is only we are using for item maintenance, right? We are not specifying any other information here. While defining the item or while defining the inventory organization, we will specify all the inventory related setup, all. See, but in R12, we have to specify lot of things in while creating the master organization. Here, just simply we have to specify only name. That's all, and we will give the link between inventory organization and your operate. I mean business unit. Save and close. Okay, done. Done. So if we want to connect to FSM, I mean centralized repository, functional setup manager, where how you want to go? Click on user, go to setup and maintenance, select any one module, go to setups. It will connect to FSM. Anyway, from here again I am starting my setups. Okay. Go to work structure, sorry, organization, and create inventory organization. Manage, it is manage inventory organization. So earlier I created one master organization. Now I am creating inventory organization. Okay. If you want to create any inventory organization, if you remember while creating item organization, this business unit and legal entity information is optional, but here it's a mandatory. You have to link your inventory organization against to, with BU and also legal entity. My legal entity is US1 legal entity. Go to next. Here we will specify all inventory related setups. Schedule. Here schedule is nothing but a calendar. In R12 we will call it as a calendar, right? Here we will call it as a schedule. We will see how to create calendar. Okay. As of now, just I'm trying to show you how to create inventory organization and corresponding roles here. So that's the reason I selected seeded calendar. So for this one, what is the master organization? Data item organization is my master. So just leave all these fields are blank. Coming classes we will see on each and every option. Okay, just simply I am mentioning something. Okay, we will come back again for each and every option. We will be back. So I'm selecting user defined so that it will never ask me starting serial number. Okay, these are the information enough just to create inventory organizations. We will see all these options. Save and close. See, just now what we discussed about roles. Whenever we created transaction entities here is ledger, BUs and inventory level. We will enter our transactions. So just now what I done, I created one inventory. Inventory name is this one. So system what it will do? System will pick all inventory related job roles, and it will create one new data role. That new data role is a combination of your job role and newly created inventory. Are you getting now, right? So this is your data role. This data role is nothing but it's equal to, when if you want to compare to R12, it is equal to responsibility plus profile. So if I assign this data role to the user can do transactions against to this inventory organization. If I create one more inventory organization, what system will do? System will create one more organization. One more data role with the combination of job role plus your inventory organization. So that means this is your new data role. If you want to provide access to both inventory organizations, just simply assign these two newly created data roles to the user so that user can do all the transactions against to organization 1 and inventory organization 2. So this is how it will work in Fusion. It's completely new concept. It's no why, because there is no any responsibility concepts here. It's only data role concept. Data roles we are going to assign. If you want, we can anyway see in R12 also seededly Oracle provided seeded responsibility. Then we will customize, right? Like that, Oracle provided seeded job roles. So if you want, we can customize the seeded job roles, or even we can create our new data roles also. We can customize and we can create new roles. Okay, let's see. Just now we created inventory organization, right? Anyway, for master organization, system will not create any job roles, any data roles. Why? Because users are not performing any actions against to master organization. That's the reason system is not going to generate any data roles for master organization. It will generate only for inventory organizations. Why? Because business users will enter that do any transactions against to inventory organization only. Okay, let me check. See, just now we created manage inventory organization, and below only you can see one more function, verify data roles for inventory organization. Anyway, again it will connect it to APM only, this form only. Anyway, let me close this one. Click verify. So select external roles. Data. What is this? Bangalore. But generally inventory organization roles, it will take time. I mean, minimum half an hour it will take. Sometimes it will create very quickly. Let's see whether it's, yeah. Anyway, it's created, no issues. See here you can see, right? Warehouse operator, Tata Bangalore. Inventory manager, warehouse manager, receiving agent, shipping manager, shipping. We will see what is the purpose of each role. So just now I am trying to show you how this responsibility, I mean roles concepts are working in Fusion applications. So if I assign the shipping agent means, I mean receiving agent means he can receive the material into your organization. Shipping agent means he can ship the material from your organization against to this BU. Sorry, this inventory organization. Any questions here? Any questions?
No.
No questions?
Yeah, no questions.
Okay, fine.
No question.
Yeah. Okay. See, generally, what is this? In R12, if you compare with R12, any user we will create from sysadmin, right? But here in Fusion, we are having two types of users. One is implementation user, nothing but a consultant who is going to implement Fusion application. And one more is business user, employee user. Employee user. So that means nothing but a business user who is going to perform your daily transactional activities. So that means implementation user is not having no employee association, but business users, nothing but a employee users having employee association. These business users are the employees for the company, but consultants are not employees, right? They are the outside third party vendors. Just they came to implement the Fusion applications. That's the reason implementation users are not having any employee association. Employee users or business users are having employee association, and we will create implementation users by using IDM, Oracle. One second. IDOIM, anything we can call it is, but business users we will create from HRMS, means here we will call it as a HCM. Okay. See, just now whatever I log in, right? This is the implementation user, not a business user. If you want to create implementation user, you have to log in middleware called OIM. So if you want to create implementation user, just go to initial users, click on all tasks, create implementation user. Go to administration. Okay. Click on new or create user. So just I am creating one implementation user. He is a consultant. And here you can enter your Fusion application credentials. Just I am using same username. Enter your password. Okay. Where it is? 1 second. Go to administration. That save button is not coming. Okay, anyway, I think here save button is not appearing. 1 second. Okay. Anyway, let me show you existing user. This is the implementation user. This user only we are going to use. Okay. So just simply I created implementation user. By using this user, that means he is a consultant who is going to implement your Fusion application. Okay. So just grayed out. Okay, fine. So if you try to log in with this user, user is not having any access, right? See, in Artwall also, if you create user, if you try to log in with that user, user can access anything? No. Why? Because as of now, we didn't provided access to any responsibilities. Same here also. Just now we created user. I mean one consultant we created. So if you want to do setups, he can do. No, it's not possible. Why? Because as of now, we didn't provided access to this functional setup manager, FSM. As of now, we didn't provided access to the FSM. FSM is a centralized repository to do all your setups. But as of now, we didn't provided access to this user. So if you want access, how we will provide access? By using roles. So you have to assign few roles to the user. Go to roles. I already assigned, so that the reason system will not show you. These are the roles you have to assign. Application implementation, mainly this is the role. Application implementation consultant and IT security manager. If you assign this implementation consultant and IT security manager, so that user can get the access for FSM and he can do whatever setups he want. And one more is employee. Role name is employee. If you assign this employee role called employee, user can run concurrent programs. Otherwise, he can't run any concurrent programs. You have to assign this role. If you want to assign any roles, click on assign and search with your role. For example, okay, anyway, let's search. Okay, see, what will search here? Anyway, it will not come. Why? Because we already assigned, right? That's the reason. So just select any role and go to add the roles to the user. So if you want to provide access to FSM, functional setup manager, you have to assign these two roles: application implementation consultant, IT security manager. And if you want to provide access to run concurrent programs, you have to assign employee. So every consultant have to access to these roles. Then only they can do the setups. Okay, this is the implementation user. By using where it is IDM. By using IDM, it's a middleware tool. We will create the users and we will assign the roles. We will provide the provisioning of roles to the user. This is the purpose of IDM, just to create the roles and to provide the access to the roles. Okay. Next one is employee user. So generally employee user nothing but a business users who are going to perform your daily transactions. So if you want to create, you have to connect to HRMS module. So go to, this is the navigator. Okay, this is the navigator. So 1 second. My team manage users. It will connect to HCM. Here we are having employee roles. Employee association. That means if you are going to create any business user, that means you have to specify what is the business unit, where he is working, what is his legal entity. Complete those information you have to provide. Click on new. So I am creating one business user, employee 1. Okay. Mail ID also same. username. Here, whatever username, right? Just you provide Fusion application username. So send username and password. If you select this one, but here it's not possible. In real time, system will automatically generate one password and it will send the link to the user. Complete information user will get. And a person type. Here employee. Why? Because we are going to create business users. So once I selected employee, system will ask what is your legal employee. Legal employee is nothing but a legal entity level. I think US, one second. US one legal entity. What is the business unit? So if you want to provide jobs, grades, these things we will see while discussing about approvals, jobs, these related stuff. Okay. Okay. Save and close. So I created Tata employee 1. But system, what it will do, system generally it will send the mail to the user. But in our case, it will not send any mail. Why? Because this is test instance. So I have to reset manually his password. Okay. So if you want to do, go to setup and maintenance, connect it to FSM, function setup manager. Select any one module and go to setup. So select, I mean, for here any one module, financials, go to initial user. From here, generally we will create implementation users, right? So once we, after creating the business users, we can view the business users also. Just click on create implementation user. Now I am searching with my business user. Administration. Search with your user. Open. So system created, business users. If you want to provide any roles, anyway, first let me show you without having roles. Here, reset password. If you want to reset the password, select manually. I'm entering some data. Okay, now I created. Okay. Let me, I am connecting to another session. Okay. My username is Tata. Anyway, I saved right. Tata employee 1. Password. See, initially it will ask, first time if you change, system will ask you to change the password. Just I am changing the password. Submit. See, if you go to setup and maintenance, click on this one. See, this user is not having any setup and maintenance. That means FSM. He is not having access to FSM, function setup manager. Why? Because he is not, we didn't provided access to the roles. What are the roles? That IT security manager or consultant, application consultant. So come to navigator. Generally in navigator in R12 we can see the responsibilities, right? Modules, what are the modules he is having access. See, if you see here also, he is not having any access. He is not having access to warehouse, I mean inventory or procurement. So that means we have to provide access to roles to this user. Let me provide those roles. Okay, if you want to provide access, so see, just for example, I am showing here, this is the business users. Generally for business users, we didn't provide access to FSM to do any setups. But just for showing you, I am assigning roles for FSM also for this user. Assign IT security manager. Select. Again assign application implementation consultant and manager, and if he is the administrator, we can assign all these three. Sorry. and I am providing access to run the concurrent programs. So what I have to do, I have to assign role called employee. So now, as of now, I am providing only access to the setups only. I am not providing access to create any requisitions or to create any transactions against the inventory. Just if I assign these roles, that a business user, I mean Tata employee 1, he can do the setups. Suppose if I want to provide access to any business transactions, then I have to assign corresponding related data roles. See, for example, I want to assign procurement related one. Such with procurement, this is business unit level, right? Procurement, and your business unit is Tata US. See, mainly here we are having two roles. I mean, other roles also there. Just let me show you one by one. Okay. What is the purpose of this role is procurement preparer. He can create requisitions on behalf of others against this BU. Requester means he can create himself, he can request the material, he can create the requisitions against this BU. So I am assigning these two. First, you have to provide the provisioning. So as of now, I provided only access to the procurement, and that also only requisitions and procurement. Okay, just refresh, close. So once you assign the roles, you have to run user and role synchronization process. It is a concurrent program. Concurrent program name is retrieve latest LDAP changes. So what it will do is it will sync up the your users and the corresponding roles. You must run this concurrent program. Retrieve latest LDAP changes. Click on this one. It will automatically go to concurrent program. This is the concurrent program. Retrieve latest LDAP changes. Submit. Generally in R12 we will call it as a request ID, right? But here we will call it as a process ID. Okay. So if you want to see whatever programs you run, right, just go to navigator. I assigned employee role to this user, right? That's the reason you can see the schedule process. If we didn't assign employee role to the user cannot see this option, schedule process. Schedule is process nothing but a in R12 view request, submit request. How we will run programs? Same thing. By using schedule process, we can run the concurrent programs. Go to schedule process. So now program is running. So once it's complete, this user is having access to here function setup manager. You can see the FSM. And if you go to navigator level, here you can see some procurement related activities. Let me refresh. Maybe any chance he got already. No. Let me log out and log in. Why? Because that program has to complete. Then only it will sync. Then only user can have access to the roles. Once again, let me log in. No. Go to navigator. As of now, no procurement. Whatever information available in navigator, you can see those things in home page. Okay, anyway, let me complete this one. This program has to complete. Then only user can have the access. So any questions? Hello?
No, we don't have any questions.
Bhupati, Krishna. Hello?
Yeah, Krishna here.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, Hari Krishna Swami. Bhupati, any questions?
No, nothing at this point.
Are you getting right how these roles concepts will be work in Fusion? Here there is no responsibility concepts. Could you please ping your Gmail ID so that I will share the videos?